Hello guys, welcome to Sure Grid Success. So as we have started divide and conquer chapter, in this divide and conquer chapter the first application is finding maximum and minimum. So for finding maximum and minimum, what we require is there has to be an array of an element because we need some element to find out the maximum and minimum. So what we need as input is an array of an element, and what we will produce as output is the maximum and minimum number in the array. For example, this is an array. These all are the numbers. How many numbers we are here? We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we have total 9 numbers here. So let us take an array from 1 to 9. This is just starting address and ending address, and these are the two blanks. I will fill it later with the minimum and maximum value. So now what we have to do is we have to divide the problem. As we are, it is an application of divide and conquer. We have to divide it. How we can divide it? See, it is 9, it is the last element address, it is the first element address. So we have to add it and divide them by 2. So what we will have here is 5. So we have to divide last address plus first address divided by 2. So it will be 5. That means we have to take the next problem from 1 to 5 address. So let's take. So let's take another array from 1 to 5. Place the two blanks for the solutions. Similarly, now what we have to take is we have to take from 5 onwards to the last. So what is 5 onward? 5 onward is 6. So we have to take from 6 to 9 and place the two blanks for the maximum and minimum value so that we can fill it later. And now we have to further break this into small one. So how we are doing this? 5 plus 1 last plus first, that means last plus first divided by 2, it will be 3. That means the next one we have to take from 1 to 3, that is a 1 2 1 to 3. Just place two blanks for the maximum and minimum. And now we have to take is fourth and fifth one, because we are now considering this array. This length is 1 to 5. We have already taken 1 to 3. Now what are the remaining one? 4 and 5. So 4 5, two blanks for the maximum and minimum. Similarly we have to do here, divide these also. That means 9 plus 6 by 2. So what will be 9 plus 6 is 15 by 2 is what? 7 point something. So we have to take the ceiling value, it will be 7. So we have to take 6 to 7, two blank for maximum and minimum. Similarly here, what is remaining? And 8 and 9, a comma 8 comma 9, two blanks for maximum and minimum. So now there are only two elements. So this is a small problem. A small problem means one or two element. If there is one or two element, then it is a small one. Okay, so in there we have three elements. So let further divide them to, what we have to do is 3 plus 1 by 2, which is nothing but 2. So we have to take 1 to 2, 2 blank, and what is remaining here is 3. 50 comma 50, because third one is 50. This is a single one. So if it is a single one, it will be a maximum, it will be a minimum 2. So here it will be 50 and 50. Here in 1 and 2, in first and second position, let us take firstly as maximum, another is, that means first blank is what? First blank is for maximum, and next blank is for minimum, so that we can have a proper idea that how we are working. So among the first and second, who is the maximum? 30. So place it here. Let me use my pen. So place 30 here. What is the minimum? 25. So we have to place 25 here, 30 here. Now combine the result of these two. We have divided. Now we have to solve and combine. This is the basic aspect of divide and conquer. So among these three, that is 30, 25 and 50, what is the maximum one? 50 for sure. And what is the minimum one? 25. Similarly for fourth and fifth one, let's take fourth and fifth one. What is the maximum one? 70. What is the minimum one? 17. Now combine the solution of this. That means we have to combine. So what will be the maximum? 70. What will be the minimum? 17. Now we have to move here because we cannot solve it directly. We need further them also. So let's come to this. Among the sixth and seventh, what is the maximum? 23. So put it here. And what is the minimum? 5. Put it here. Similarly, maximum is what? Among 8 and 9, 90 is maximum and 16 is minimum. Combine the result among all those four, which is the maximum? 90. Among all those, which is the minimum? 5. Now combine the result of this. What will be the maximum? 70, 17, 90 and 5. So 90 will be the maximum and 5 will be the minimum. So how we are going is, we have firstly divided them into the sub problem, either one or two element. Then we have combined so that we can have the proper answer. So the final solution is what? 90 is the max term and 5 is the min term here. So now come to the program. What is the program for finding maximum and minimum? For maximum and minimum, we have taken a function divide and conquer. It's DAC, divide and conquer maximum minimum, because we have to find out this. What we need? We need an array. This A is an array. I is what? Starting address, and it is the last address. So we have broken down this particular example with the help of small and big. So we are taking small as 1 or 2. So what we have to take care first is, firstly we have to check that the program is, that the problem is small or not. Small means, let us take there is only a single element. If there is a single element, that is the starting address and the last address has to be same. So we have to check for that. If starting address and the last address is same, then that means there is a one element. If there is only one element, it will be the maximum, it will be the minimum, as here 50 is the maximum, 50 is the minimum. So return max and min. This one is for a small problem. For one element. So now what we are taking the another part. If I is equal to j minus 1, that is, if there is only one element next to ith position, that means there is two element. If there is two element, so what we have to do? We have to compare those two. We have to compare those two, that which is the maximum or which is the minimum. If the ith element is minimum, then jth will be maximum, and if ai will be the minimum, then ai will be minimum and aj will be maximum. If it is not so, then in that case ai will be the maximum or aj will be the, it is for two element. So the main part is else part, because it will affect the time complexity and the running or the space complexity of the program if there are more than two elements. So what we have done is, how we have finded the middle position. We have finded the middle position by adding the two address, that is the last and the starting one, divided by 2, and we have taken what, ceiling here, sorry, ceiling, yeah, ceiling here. So firstly take the mid of the one, find out the midpoint. As we have done here, we have find out the midpoint as 5, so we have broken down it into two part, 1 to 5 and 6 to 9. Similarly find out the midpoint here also, then apply the minimum and maximum on that particular one, that is from starting to the middle position, such as here what we have taken as, we have taken 1 to the middle position, then we have similarly applied the same concept what we have applied here and divided it further, then again we have divided it further. So divide this one is m, and what we have done here is medium plus 1 to last, so medium plus 1 to last. After doing these two, what we are having is, we have four variables, that is max 1, max 2, min 1 and min 2. So now we have to find out using these, that which is the minimum, which is the maximum. So just compare and place the maximum. If it is not so, then this will be the else. Similarly we have to compare for the minimum one. If the first one is minimum, then place it as minimum, and if the second one is minimum, place it as minimum and return the maximum and minimum, so that we can have a complete answer. In this similar way we can have a solution. Now let's move on to the complexities. If we have, let us take that Tn be the number of comparison. If Tn be the number of comparison, how we have to solve is, if there is only one element, is there any comparison? No comparison. So if there is one element, there is no comparison, and if there is two element, that means if there is two element, there is comparison. How many comparisons are there? Only one. Okay, so only one comparisons are there. And if there is more than two element, if there is more than two element, the comparison will be depend on these two. It will be what, Tn by 2, Tn by 2 for the else part, because we have taken this as, T of n, so it will be Tn by 2, Tn by 2. And how many comparisons are there? One is this, another one is this, so two comparisons are there. So this is the same I have written here is, no comparison if one element, one comparison if two element, and this much comparison if more than two element. So we can solve it by substitution method. Let's solve it. If we place it again here is, what we will get is, just place Tn by 2 on the place of n. So 2 will be same, what we will have 2 T n by 2, and place n by 2 here, what we will having is n by 4. We can write it as n by 2 square plus this 2 plus this 2. Similarly if we solve it, what we are having here is, if we taken it as out, if we take it outside, what it will be, 2 square T n upon 2 square 2 multiplied by 2, it will be 2 square plus 2. Similarly if we put another one, what we will have is 2 square, again put the value is 2t, it put n by 2 square here. If we put n by 2 square here, it will be n by 2 cube, and here it will be 2, and place these two as it is. So now if we solve it, what we will have is 2 to the power 3 t n by 2 to the power 3 plus multiply it inside 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 2 and 2. So we are getting a sequence, that is, let's we have taken up to t up to k, it will be what, 2 to the power k plus 2 to the power 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 2 plus 2 to the power 3 up to what, 2 to the power k. So we have to make t n upon 2 to the power k as 1. For making it as 1, we have to take the value as 2. So let's take n upon 2 to the power k is equal to 2, because if n will be equal to 2, then it will be 1. So we placed it as equal to 2. Now solve it. What it will be? It will be 2 to the power k into 2. So we can write it 2 to the power k plus 1. Now take log on both sides. It will be log n and it will be k plus 1. So what will the value of k? It will be log n minus 1. Now put the value to log n minus 1. It will be t2 plus 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 2 up to 2 to the power log n minus 1. 2 to the power log n minus 1 will be what? We can write it as 2 to the power log n upon 2 plus this sequence 2 to the power 1 plus 2 to the power 2 up to 2 to the power log n minus 1. Now solve it further. We can solve it by using a formula. So by that formula, what it will be was, it will be became n by 2. It will become what? It will be becoming n by 2. This will lead to what? This will lead to n. So this will be n. If you solve it, it's by 2. So that we have n upon 2. Here we are having a sequence, so we can solve it. It's a GP series, so we can solve it by 2 to the power log n minus 1 upon 2 to the power minus 1. It is using the formula you guys have been, it is in GP I think, so there is a formula for solving it. Just refer to the notes and you will easily get the formula. So by solving it in this way, what it will be, it will lead to nothing but 2 to the power log n minus 2, and this one is n by 2. So if we solve it, it will be what? N minus 2 plus n by 2. It will be what? 3n by 2 minus 2, and it will be 1.5 n minus 2. It is the exact value for comparison. But if anyone is asking regarding the upper bound, so regarding the upper bound, what we can say is it is big O of n, because it is variant by the constant factor. Asymptotically it is equal, so we can say that it is the upper bound of big O of n. And if we take, we have taken here it as number of comparison, and here if Tn is the time complexity. If Tn is the time complexity, for time complexity, what will the time taken here will be? It will be constant, because what we have to do, we have to just check is there one element or not. Similarly, what we have to do here is we have to take is there two elements. If two elements, we have to directly solve it. So there will be time taken here will be constant, and time taken here will be constant, while here it depends on what? These two factors. Otherwise the here time will be constant too. So in these cases time will be constant, the time will be depending on these two where the recursion is going on. So let's understand it. How we can write the recurrence relation is order of 1 if n is equal to 1, order of 1 that is constant if n is equal to 2, and order of 1 that is constant plus tn by 2, and tn by 2 that will be 2 tn by 2 plus constant, because for comparison we have to take some time, it will be constant 2 if n is greater than 2. So now we can solve this equation 2tn by 2 plus it is order of 1, we can take it as constant. So we can solve this equation using the same substitution method, and if you solve it, if you solve this one further, you will get order of n, which will be the time complexity. As you have taken here, it is what? This was exact value. If you found out here, it will be order of n. Solve it. If you guys have any problem or you are facing any problem, let me know. I will give you the complete instruction for solving it also. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe the channel, and also turn on the notification so that you can have a notification when the new video is uploaded. So thank you very much.